You were saying to me earlier that the Shetland tweed is a particular kind of tweed.
Yes. It's a single width tweed, where the power looms, the most of the power looms, is double width, you see. And in the American market, they want the single width. And that's why we're in the market. And
How long have you been working at it yourself?
33 years. Started in 1946, after the Second World War finished. I was demobbed in January 46, and I started here in August of that same year.
There isn't as much of it being done now as there was once, is there?
No, it's fallen away, and a lot of it was when there were a recession here just after, in the first of the 70s. The American market went off, and a lot of our foreign markets went off. And before that, we were employing 28 men, and now we're down to 4. But the orders have started to come up now, and we can't get the men because they're all going to work in the oil. The Americans has come and taken it all from us. They've gotten all our men to work in their oil. How's that?
It's hard to get young people to come into the business now?
It's very hard to get young people because the oil people is giving them big wages, very big wages, and the tweed industry can't compete with them at all. A lot of the other industries in Shetland is just finding it the same way.
What happens after the oil industry goes?
What happens after the oil industry goes? Well, I cannot forecast that. But I suppose it'll be back to the, unless something else comes, it'll be back to the fishing and the tweed and the knitwear if there any of it left.
That's the catch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're liable to lose markets, is that a problem?
That's the trouble, you see. You're going to lose all your markets, and you know, when you lose your markets, it's a trouble, it's a job to get them back again. They all thought when the oil came to Shetland it would be the greatest thing it ever was. I didn't agree with that. I'm maybe too old-fashioned. I didn't agree with it, and now I think they're finding out what they're going to be. The oil is not going to be so good for the Shetland people as they thought. And the most that's working at the meantime at Sullombo is people brought in from the mainland. There's somewhere around about 6,000 people brought in from the mainland to work there in the oil. Because there are not enough Shetland people to fill all the jobs at school. But once all the construction work is done and it's going full production, all the people that they'll be employing is technical people. And then the Shetland people, well, unless they go for training for it, well, they'll be out. And we'll be back to square one. How long are you going to cut?
Okay, you could stop now.
Stop. I'm just about finished, and I'll have 3 or 4 broken ends. I'll get them fixed.
I think it's important for us to try and understand how things don't always work out that well. You know? We tend to look on it because we've got a lot of unemployed.
Yeah.
And we tend to say, well, if they find oil, it's going to be the big solution to many of our problems. And I don't know whether that's so true or not.
Well, I don't know. That's only my idea. And when you're coming up for 63, your ideas is getting old-fashioned.
But a lot of people in Shetland feel that way, the same way you do.
Well, I've felt it all along, that as far as the working people in Shetland, the ordinary working people with their crafts and their fishing and their net way, the oil is going to do no good for them. The only thing that's happening to us is we're rates is going up hand over fist every year.
How are they going up? Sullenvoe was supposed to solve that.
Sullenvoe was supposed to solve that, but somewhere they got mixed up. We're having to pay for through the nose. Whether we get any concessions later on, we don't know.
But there is the fund.
Yeah, there is some kind of a fund, but then it's never really been finalised yet. The oil has only started to flow this year, but what's going to be after this? Well, your guess is as good as mine.
Do you think we should look forward to that kind of development in eastern Canada?
Well, you can't stop progress, can you? It's only progress. This oil has been lying here in the North Sea. It's probably lying off of Canada and Newfoundland the same way. It's been lying there for how many million years? It's there, and they want oil. Well, you can't stop progress, can you?
Is it really progress?
Well, that's a question. That's a question.
See, our society in many ways is similar to yours. We don't have the crofts, but we have a lot of things that are similar. Fishing and this kind of thing, you know? And you wonder if all of the emphasis doesn't suddenly go the wrong way, or at least go into the big industries that aren't natural to the place.
What's going to happen here? What's happened here in Shetland is this coming here with this big wages that the oil people is paying. That's only causing